This is the plaintiff, Barry Lawrence Lotto. He says the defendant, his tax guy, made a mistake on his 2009 tax return. He was charged interest and the defendant owes him big time. He has no problem paying the IRS what he rightfully owes, but doesn't believe he should be responsible for paying the $938.39 in interest charges, and is suing the defendant for just that. This is the defendant, Marvin Bader. He says the problem the plaintiff has with the IRS is not a liability of an accountant. The plaintiff has some nerve suing him for money he received from the IRS that wasn't rightfully his, and now the government wants it back, plus interest. The plaintiff can come up with every reason under the sun why he shouldn't have to pay, but he had use of that money, and now the government wants their interest. He's accused of taxing a client.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant screwed up his taxes and should pay the penalty. But the defendant says the plaintiff caused his own problem. It's the case of I'm taking a deduction from your bank account.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Barry Lawrence Lotto.
Yes.
You are suing Marvin Bader. You've asked us not to mention the company name, but you're suing his company. He prepared your taxes in 2009. You're suing him for $938.39 because you received a tax bill. Tell me what happened.
Yes, I was audited for a tax deduction that I was not entitled to.
You were audited, or they sent you a letter?
No, I was audited.
So you had to do a lot more than explain that.
I was audited. He gave a deduction for $20,000 that I was not entitled to. I was only entitled to it if I was 59 and a half years old. I have the evidence here.
How old are you?
I'm only 49, and I
Okay.
was 46 when he made the taxes out, Your Honor.
Okay. So you get this, and you get this in the mail when?
I believe it was in January.
Okay. And it says exactly what you're saying. And then you call him?
Yes.
So they're charging you the tax on that $20,000, which is $3,223. And then they're not charging you penalty, but they're charging you interest on that amount.
Yes.
Of $721.33.
They're charging interest on that money, correct?
Okay.
That I was not entitled to.
Right. That you were supposed to have paid.
Correct.
If he had done his job
Yes,
correctly.
that's
All
correct,
right,
Your
so
Honor.
you call him and you say what?
I explained what happened. He said he would get back to me, that he was in Florida, never called me back or anything.
Ever.
Never.
So you had to sue him? Did you call him a second time, or you don't have that kind of
I
patience?
spoke to his wife. She claimed she had the flu. She was in the hospital. She would send me an IDT 224 form. Never received anything from her. I got fed up and took them to court.
Okay. What's going on?
This is what happened. On his federal return, he got $34,000 and some dollars from the Metropolitan Transit Authority. That was put on his federal return, and he paid taxes on it. The federal return is perfect. No problem. He's never going to have a problem with it because the 3 years window is over. What happened is
You
when
mean he didn't get caught?
Excuse me? No.
Yeah, you mean he didn't get caught because you took the deduction on the federal return too?
Well, there was no deduction on the federal return.
Okay, so then why is it relevant that the 3-year period is over?
Well, I'm saying the IRS right now is auditing 2009 returns. Usually there's a window.
I understand that, but what I'm asking you is this. Did you take a deduction on the federal return of the $20,000?
No.
You didn't? Okay. So that's available just in New York?
Yes.
Okay, but it's only available if
you're a civil service pensioner.
Okay, and is he a civil service pensioner?
Well, he does work for the Metropolitan Transit Authority, which is a civil service organization. They run the train.
You made an educated guess that was wrong.
No, it's marked on I'll show you this as evidence.
No, I don't. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. I'm looking at the letter from New York State, and they're saying...
They're denying the fact that I deducted his pension from New York State.
They're saying that you can only do that if you're 59 and a half.
No, that he misstated.
No, I'm reading off the form. I am not listening to him. I'm reading off the form,
understand that.
and I'll read it again. Let me read it out loud. It says, information available indicates that you and your spouse were not 59 and a half during the tax
But what
year.
is it-
Therefore, you are not entitled to the pension and annuity income exclusion. So you can't claim that deduction.
That's right.
Okay.
But there-
Is the New York State Taxing Authority correct?
There is also something on that shows if it's a pension from a civil service organization, it can be deducted. And
Okay, so did you fight this for him?
this is what happened. He didn't give me a chance. I needed his power of attorney that I could have then called his organization that gave him this pension, and I could have called Albany, and I would have liked the opportunity, which I do for all my clients.
They know that when they send him this letter, they know that pension came from where it came from. It's not a secret where it came from.
They make mistakes.
And they know,
I'd
they
like
do.
to advocate for him,
Right.
but he didn't give me a chance. He did speak to me. He's made so many misstatements that it's ridiculous.
Go ahead, tell me the misstatements he made.
At any age, a civil service pension is deductible on the state and city return. But the state is saying it's not a civil service pension.
Your Honor.
Now, we're done. Let me tell you folks something. You know what? We're not done. We're taking a recess.
All rise.
So, how many people here have hired an accountant to do your taxes? Okay. How many people here have had their accountant screw up their taxes? Only one. What happened?
Well, all I know is I got audited by the IRS, and when I was asked to show proof of my write-offs, the accountant no longer existed.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
So now your landlord's after you, the IRS is after you. Oh God. Going inside the courtroom.
You say he made a mistake.
Yes.
You say New York State made a mistake.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think New York State said?
He made a mistake.
Nope. They made a mistake. They made a mistake. And I'm going to tell you what happened. Apparently, your pension income is managed by Prudential Life Insurance.
Yes.
So the first line says on the pension payment form, which is the
1099-R.
Okay, it says Prudential Life Insurance, and then right underneath that says MTA. Apparently, they field these calls all the time. So here's what we're going to do, because you have a right not to be out, okay? Here's what we're going to do. Well, how long do you think you need to wrap it up?
I would call him tomorrow.
Okay,
Well,
so-
it takes 1 week after you mail it in for
Stop
them
talking.
to react.
Okay, so what I propose, and then I'll give you a chance to respond,
Yes.
whatever it is you're trying to interrupt me with. What I propose is that you sign the power of attorney. You give him, if you say it takes a week, let's give you 2 weeks to try to get it removed, okay? And then if for some reason New York says, oh no, I disagree with the person Judge Milian spoke to and I think XYZ, then we have a different issue. But I've already heard the trial. You don't have to come back. You don't have to go anywhere else. I'm ready to rule. You need to give him a chance to fix it if he can. And they've told me, oh, this happens all the time. So I think he's going to be able to fix it. And then if that doesn't happen, the one person I know cannot be out is you. I get it. Okay. But I also get that the New York State Division of Tax and Finance could be wrong. And apparently they admit that they're wrong. Now, what did you want to say?
But Your Honor, they did clearly say that MTA bus, we are not considered government employees.
So
because
here's
I've
what you're
been down this
going
road
to
with
do.
them.
Your choices are you lose today, and I just rule for him because you won't cooperate, or you cooperate.
No, I'll cooperate,
Perfect.
but-
Then we're done. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to do exactly what I just said 15 seconds ago. And if for some reason it doesn't work, then I just have to rule on what's in front of me. But I want paperwork
I
from the
will
state
give
of
it
New
to you.
York that says, have them fax to you an answer, okay, that says this or that. Either what he claims they told him or what I claim they told me. Got it?
Yes, Your Honor. He's claiming incorrect information.
I don't want to hear anymore. Oh my gosh, we're done. How much better could this ruling get for both of you? You're not going to eat it, and you're going to get a chance to show your good name. Adios, folks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
They still bicker afterwards.
Well, here comes the plaintiff, and the big question for you is, what are you so upset about?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I think he made a mistake.
The the judge says you're going to be fine either way.
I hope so.
Yeah, she's got the remedy, so you don't lose anything either way.
Well, she
you have
sure did her homework.
Yeah. Well, aren't you willing to give the guy a chance?
Absolutely.
Now? Yeah. Okay. Good. So
I just hope he does right.
okay. And if not, we'll see you later. All right. All right. Head right down this way.
Take care.
I've got nothing to lose. All right. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, come on over here. So you feel, how do you feel?
I feel vindicated.
Vindicated, right.
I always work hard for my clients, and I thought I was right. He didn't give me a chance to have me call up and argue his
How
case.
rare is it that New York State makes a mistake like this?
It's not that rare.
It's not that rare, right?
No. Yeah.
Why couldn't you convince the plaintiff of this?
Well, he didn't want to give me a chance. He was so excited. He was in a rush to sue me and to collect the $700 in interest they were charging him. He didn't give me a chance.
Well, he panicked a little. When you see those notes, you see those letters from the state tax people.
But I've been doing his return for over 15 years.
All right, so he's vindicated. Over to Harvey.
All right, guys.
Okay, Kurt, the update here, the defendant actually submitted paperwork to the IRS and the penalties were actually reversed. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.